You mentioned so many interesting points here. The first thing, one of the things you mentioned is that we have the ability to restart our day every single day.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And we have the ability to restart our day multiple times throughout the day. And that's one very interesting point you mentioned. I think it's phenomenal. And I'll get to the end part of it in a second. The second thing you mentioned is fear, uncertainty, self-doubt. These things are real. If a founder didn't have it, most founders, we deal with, sometimes imposter syndrome, and deal with the other types of things.
There is no fear.
If they didn't have it,
you got to get to the point
right?
where there is no fear. Yeah. No, you have to see it and accept it. But now, I mean, the worst that can happen is death, right? I mean, I don't want to go off on like a crazy tangent, but the worst that can happen is death, right? You're alive. You can do things that give you the likelihood of staying alive for a much longer time, like taking care of your health and eating right and being in shape, thinking the right thoughts. But it's like, what's the worst that can happen? Well, the worst that can happen isn't happening yet. And when it's going to happen, it's going to happen. You can't really control that, unfortunately. So you're alive. Like, you have a chance, you said it right, every single day to just change it. You know what I mean? And there are fears. You should be afraid. You shouldn't be reckless. But for me, there's no fear anymore. It's just drive, It's just, I don't even think about, oh my God, what if a huge company like Dropbox or Facebook wanted to make this? What if you can't think about those things. You can only think about the things that you can control, and you got to get those things done. Right?
So as a first-time founder, and what do you tell other new first-time founders that are, going through, not necessarily going through the same journey, but other founders that are about to start a company? What would you tell them?
Number one, test your assumptions. Test your friggin' assumptions all the time, because everybody has a good idea. Test your assumptions and do deep, very deep research. Like, know what you're talking about. Know your space. Oh my God, I have an idea to do this. Like, I'm not going to create some arbitrary thing, but I hear startup pitches and ideas quite often. I talk to a lot of different people and friends. Hold on one second. Excuse me. Not going to work. So test your assumptions. Like, why do you think this is true? Do you think this is true because you think it's true? Or do you think it's true because you've talked to 150 people and they said, yes, this is true? Right. Always, in the beginning, you really have to test hypotheses and test assumptions, because that's the dangerous thing, is like, you think that you're right? Sorry, this dude is distracting me. Hold on. Sorry. What advice for entrepreneurs? Do research, find out who your competition is, find out like what's your unique selling proposition. Think about the people that that can help you sell the product. How are you going to sell the product? Like, there's a lot of questions that you have to decide for yourself before you go into a venture. Like, what's your sales process? What's your customer development process? How are you going to market it, right? What are the channels? How are you going to growth hack? What are the feedback loops? How are you going to make money? Will people pay for your product, right? Is this something people are going to pay for? How are they going to want to pay for it? So, I mean, look, luckily we live in a time where there's no secrets, right? Like, the formula is completely, the formula is obvious, right? There's all these pitch decks, which basically lay out, go to market, business plan, problem you're solving, competition, market. These are all, like, if you know those 12 slides, if you can answer all those questions, then you have, you can go out and you can try to raise money and create a viable business. And honestly, here's what it is. Honestly, I think, well, no, I can't say this because I don't know. I mean, like, I'm just me, but, you got to be passionate about it. I mean, there's people that found companies just because they see a niche and they solve a problem and they think it can make money, and that's awesome, right? But I think you have to be, here's the thing, if you're not passionate about what you are doing, if you don't think it's your life's work or something that you're really, really passionate about, when it gets tough, you're going to quit. Yeah. You're going to stop. Because there's no, oh, well, I'll just do something else. Because you don't care about it. But if you're going to tell a musician, a painter, a ballerina to like stop playing guitar or dancing or painting because you're not selling your paintings, that's it. So all those people that are pursuing their dreams, they're doing it because they love it. They're doing it because this is what they want to do. And they're not going to stop. And they're going to go through most of, probably it's going to be tough times for most of the time, because you got to break through. But once you break through, then you did it, and you know you did it for something meaningful.